Have you ever wondered how to create a book cover? In this speed edit, I'm going to break down exactly what I did to create this particular book cover, and you can implement these strategies into your own artwork as well. So the first thing that I did was use my lasso tool to outline my model, and we find when we use the lasso tool, we often get those blurred, unrefined edges, and sometimes we get the halo effect around our model as well. So I went in on my layer mask and used a hard, round black brush on 100% opacity, and I actually refined that edge, took away all the halo, made sure I have a really nice, strong, clean cutout of my model. Then I used my spot heal tool to remove the snow in this particular image. Now I did have to do all this by hand. It was a little tedious, but when I took all of that snow away, I have my beautiful model without the wintry setting. And I did leave a couple of the blurred pieces because I know I'm going to be working with some light in a few minutes. And I also left a little bit over the lace on the umbrella because it kind of blends in with the holes there. Now I am using Photoshop CC and a Wacom Intuos Pro editing tablet to edit today's cover. And I would love to know, what do you use when you're creating your artwork? Jump down in the comments and let me know. Are you using Photoshop? What version of it are you using? Are you using an editing tablet? Are you working with a mouse? Are you doing it all by hand on your trackpad? Let me know how you are creating your artwork because I'm going to be making more tutorials and I would love to get these situated for you as well. So once I removed all the snow from my image, I then added in my background and I had to play around a little bit to decide which way I wanted her to face, where's the lighting going to be coming from, and I made sure that I built out my background just a little bit so that it looked like she was naturally part of what was going on there, and of course I refined my lighting on that as well, and I brightened up my background, and then I started playing with my coloring. So I did use some flare overlays on this and I adjusted my lighting, which is something I could do within my curves panel or my levels panel, but I kind of did it with the brightness and with the contrast and with those flare overlays as well. And I wanted to blend her in. So as you are creating this, you have to take the flare and put it over the model as well, not just behind her. So then I started adding in some of the really nice flares and I had to realize where those light effects would be coming from. So if it's coming from directly behind her umbrella, a lot of that umbrella is going to be kind of shaded out with that light. It's going to be very bright and we're going to get those flares. So where would the flares naturally fall? Down in the corners. How bright would they be? We would be getting some of those rainbow effects. And then we have to paint in some of the shadows as well. So as I'm refining this cover, I am adjusting my lighting, I'm changing how I'm doing this, and then I am adding in my title. Now, as I'm doing this, if I'm doing a live broadcast, I let my fans decide the title. Sometimes I have to pick up titles on my own, and then we start to refine our typography. And so we go into the layers panel, and we pick our layer style, and we mess with the bevel and embossing, we mess with the lighting, sometimes we add a satin overlay. And if you're enjoying today's cover, make sure you hit the subscribe and notification bell as I put out new videos every single day showing you behind the scenes speed edits and full edits for covers just like this one. And once we're happy with the words, I then finish up my background, I add in some birds, I actually lighten the opacity on that one so that they kind of blend in. We don't want them very stark and contrasty. And then we add in any of the last minute finishing touches, and there we have our cover for today. If you've got questions, I would love to hear from you. Hit me up at coveraday.com for more and to see every single cover that we put out for the day. Thanks so much for joining me, Cam Robinson, over at coveraday.com.